Okay, so we think. All right, so we are going to stream here. We're going to give it a try. Here we are live at the Neon Junior Bonspiel 4th, 5th, and 6th event finals on Sunday morning. Congratulations to all our teams who have made it. We hope that our stream lasts a little bit. And if not, we will figure it out. But right now our stream health is okay. And we're going to have some fun here. So, this morning, we have on sheet A, we've got nutmeg none.
Turn it down.
It doesn't. You have to turn them on.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. You have to turn them on and then turn them on.
Turn that on.
All right, so we have got on sheet A, nutmeg 1 versus nutmeg 2. On sheet B, we have got Philadelphia versus Ardsley. And on sheet C, right here in front of us, we have Norfolk versus Norfolk. So we're going to have some fun, call some games, and here we go. I'm going to try to get the names right as much as possible. But over here on sheet C, the lead that is. Yep. Not unless we do the other view. Yeah. All right, so getting a wide view to start. Make sure I've got all of our names. So Norfolk. This is Norfolk 1. They've got subbing at lead here is Danny Casper from Ardsley, and just gonna put up a corner guard, I think. The stream is going good so far. We're going to keep an eye on it for sure. Upload speed appears to be okay right now.
Is anybody watching?
That is a good question. Let's see if anyone's watching. One person is watching.
That's us.
No, we're
Oh.
there's two people. One of them's us.
Oh, yeah. We found out what the crab was.
All right, so this is Andra West throwing her second rock.
I think some of the kids switch positions.
Oh, my wife is one watching.
Ah, there you go.
She probably heard us talking about her.
It's an early morning here at Nutmeg Curling Club. We had the glow-in-the-dark draws last night. Everyone had a lot of fun. There were some great photos on our Facebook page, and then nobody got hurt, which are the two big factors: fun and safety. Stream's still going good. We're gonna keep it at this view till the first ends. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of keep it on this view and see how the houses shake out. And when we get towards the last rocks, we'll start to focus on some overhead views of the house to see how it goes.
Oh, she's skipping. Girl.
And here we've got, I think this is Sean here. Yeah, they're mixing up the order on us in Norfolk, so I'm going to be guessing. Sean's throwing second rocks here.
They is skipping.
Day is skipping. And Tobin is vice. All right. The neon hats that everybody is, or some of the kids are still wearing, they wore last night. They glowed fantastically under the black lights. They look like glow in the dark Smurfs with everyone wearing the same hat. And that is Samantha Barbagallo throwing her rock. All right, so it looks like Philly has mixed up their order as well. And so we're trying the draw here. We'll go overhead on sheet C. And Sean's going to try to draw in. Get something in the house. And this is going to tap the red, but we don't know where it's going to tap it to. Probably not too far. No, just center guard. Yep. Still going. I'm just going to keep an eye on that. And Samantha throwing her second rock. Her curl in there behind those guards. Bury something. Sweepers are a good job of dragging it. And there you go. It's in play. Looks like we've got the fairly standard first end nutmeg ice where a lot of guards get thrown up. Then the second end, everything will be thrown through. And then by the third end, it'll be adjusted. All right, let's switch over to Nutmeg's house. We got some action going on over there. Oh, no, we don't have the far A. We'll switch to the wide zoom again. Cube zoom. There we go. The stone in the back of the house for Nutmeg. Which Nutmeg is that?
Did Laura just throw it?
Yeah, Nutmeg 1 is yellow on sheet A, and they've got a stone in the house. And it looks like Patrick's calling for the tap here for his vice, Zach P. Sweepers are off it. Everyone seems to like it. Let's see if it curls enough to get that tap. And it is. And is it going to tap it too far? No, it's a. They are shot rock, and they are pretty well buried. So that was a nice shot by Zach P. the vice. And on sheet C, we've got a little tap and split there. So it's open, and now red is sitting 1. Red being Norfolk 1. All right, so here's how the houses are shaping up right now. Looks like over on sheet A, Patrick Libby, the nutmeg 2 skip, is going to call for another tap. Kind of likes that tap. And Zach P gets the tap, but just skinnies it and rolls off. It's not bad. It'll clear up shot to that yellow in the back, though. And
I like seeing this. Andrew's getting famous.
Tobin's down. Pesky hack's getting on it.
it might have been the, yeah, it was the hack. So here's the house we're looking at as we go into Skip Rocks on sheet C. We got a red buried, and then red has hammer, so it's yellow first rock, and they're going to try that draw. See if we can play with the graphics.
Really well, we actually.
We can, but we just have to. There we go. So the red team is Norfolk 1. Norfolk 2. First end. Whoops. All right, so got our scoreboard up for the game going on right now on sheet C. We've got a tap, just going to move it over to the side. Oh, get a little double tap there.
All right, Sid. Right in.
Called. Not me.
So this is pretty great. You guys have enough juniors now. Yeah. We're missing.
Have subs. Weekend. Our own subs.
Your own subs. You got a regular engine. You're thinking, well,
See what happens. Three nice ports. She might get one.
Might draw anyway. Let's get a wick off that red.
Sweep it in, sweep it in, sweep it in, sweep it in.
You got lucky with that sweeping. All right. Let's see what red can do.
She can see it. It's thin, but she can see that. It's got to be a bullet. You want to hit?
It's funny looking at it on the show.
She's not looking at the hit.
Draw away around the outside. Girl, right.
Touch white. But for three.
Philadelphia versus Nutmeg One. Who's Nutmeg One? Nutmeg Two. We're gonna do red first. Sorry if you hear me talking to myself. I am trying to.
Wow.
All right.
Wow. Called and made.
Nice shot by Rachel there to take two with hammer. Stream health still going okay.
Kids have learned so much.
Sheet C.
Rachel's the only one.
Once.
Wow.
You're not divided. You gotta teach them. Oh, you understand? Like, you can stop sweeping. Didn't take, obviously. Not everything.
One thing at a time. Look at it. But this is what they need.
All right, let's see if this works. So here we've got our ticker.
A lot of people. Not kids necessarily.
Certainly not yours.
Well, no, they're mine. By definition,
Oh, Andra. Yeah.
Your one viewer is requesting to change camera.
So there's our scoreboard. You can see what's going on in the background. Go back to the other end.
Takes longer to get through the glass.
Well,
Slows it down.
And the ticker is not playing. Which I can't figure out why.
Ooh.
yeah.
But it happened at 3 a.m.
Wrong color stone.
We're getting back on.
Uh,
Well,
we'll go with a neon here.
They threw the wrong side. Yeah, she threw the yellow. It went through, so they just swapped
Live, and this should go.
it. See
So
that front stone?
in the line.
Yep. He came out.
okay, so
He came out wide.
uh, that's what it's doing.
It's closer.
A little lighter.
Okay, so
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
sitting 2-1 and 2. We're going to go over to the overhead on sheet B here because that is an interesting house shaping up. Philly is currently up 3 over Ardsley, and it looks like they've got 4 in the house counting, and Ardsley has 1 in the house in the back.
Hey, sweep it. Sweep it. There you go. Dog.
So cameras overhead sheet B. Sorry, I'm going to abandon the attempts at the ticker. Near house on sheet A. We've got nutmeg 1, sitting 1 in the back with hammer, and nutmeg 2, Skip Patrick Libby is about to take his first shot.
Sold our house up there.
Oh, you did?
Or to keep it.
Long Island. Here. Oh, there's one up there. Airbnb.
Okay, so Patrick crashed a bit in the front.
Blackberry rubber.
So Jackson, with his first skip stone, is gonna. Looks like there's a port to draw through there, but we're not really sure. While he's getting ready, we'll move back over to the near house on sheet C, where we've got skip Rachel Barbagallo for nutmeg 1, without hammer, is about to take her first stone. They're sitting 2. We got a little biter in the back, and she's just going to try to draw.
I didn't even think about it. You're right. The Airbnb, I would imagine.
We're going to do a. We're going to put up a multi-view here for a minute.
They're just drawing.
You need one too?
No, you should get some. All right, so we're going to switch to a multi-view for a couple minutes here. There we go.
When we were
Okay. So we are back on the mic.
Pretty well.
The shots on the ice are not the only clutch performances of the weekend. The warm room coffee crew is also coming up huge. Okay, so over here on sheet C, we'll go to that far house right now. So we can take a look. It is 2-2 Norfolk. Over on sheet B, Philly is up 2-1, or I'm sorry, 3-1 after 2. Looks like Ardsley got a point in the second. And then on A, they're in the third end. They're deep in the third end, and it is 1-1. So Nutmeg versus Nutmeg, and Norfolk versus Norfolk, both knotted up. And we're gonna. Let's go to the wide view for a bit here. And this is Tobin throwing his second vice rack for Norfolk 2. Sweepers are leaving it alone. Got to get around that guard. Oh! That was a nice throw there by Tobin.
A little sweeping, a little earlier.
He did the Larry Bird where he just turned and walked away. He's like, it's good. All right, we got an interesting house shaping up on sheet A, so we're going to switch to the wide. Oh, we're on the wide view. Good. So we're going to take a look. We've got, let's see who has hammer over there. Nutmeg 2 has hammer. No, Nutmeg 1. Yeah, Nutmeg 2 has hammer. So this is Nutmeg 1's first shot. Nutmeg 1 is yellow. Looks like they're sitting. Nutmeg 2 with hammer sitting 1. I'm sorry, sitting 2. But Nutmeg 1 is a close second. And Jackson Baconfuso is coming down to take his first skip stone. And it looks like they're going to go for that takeout of that red in the back. I don't know if that's out counting their yellow, but he's just going to make quick work of that anyway and not take any chances. Ooh. This is Thea West with her first skip stone. She doesn't have hammer, so she definitely wants to draw one in there. The line is really good, but just a tad much. Line is really good, but it's going to bite in the back, so she's got to get one in there. It's a nice shot. And that curled a lot at the end, huh? So over on sheet A, Jackson makes the hit. But it looks like red is still sitting 1-2. So Patrick Libby, skip for Nutmeg. They're talking it out. A little help from second Michael Tomko about what he thinks they should do. It's nice to see the kids all getting involved and having some Sheet B, we got an interesting house too. We're gonna move over there. Philly's first
This is when they pull their hat down so they can't see up this high.
last vice rock clears away a guard a little.
Yeah, that's what Dan
I'm going to go over to check out what's going on sheet A. Can't quite figure that out.
Really?
Luckily, they're headsets, so they roam. So it looks like the team talked Patrick out of throwing that other tap, huh? Just throwing the draw. Looks like it's moving pretty good. And it's a draw. Don't need to sweep it, but they're sweeping it. It was a nice line. Got around that guard, just a tad heavy. But it looks like they're still sitting nutmeg. Was that nutmeg 2 with hammer? Still sitting 2 red, but a lot of rocks in play, which is always nice. Sheet B, Philly and Ardsley.
Still really hard.
Looks like Philly with hammer. Ardsley sitting 1. Pretty well buried. And the skip for Ardsley is going to come down and just try to draw in. So it looks like that was 1 red. Over on sheet C. Here's the stone coming in on B. That's what we're looking at on the camera, sheet B. And it's going to go wide angle. So Patrick drew deep, so Jackson did not get his stone where he wanted. So Patrick's just got a hammer for 3. Sweepers are on it over on sheet A. Looks like it's light. They're all going to come out and bang at it. We got 4 sweepers, but it looks like it is going to fall short. And nutmeg 2 will get 2 with hammer in the 3rd. Back on sheet B. This is the last skip rock for Ardsley. They are sitting 1 guarded. They might just be trying to guard this up again and taking their steal of 1, or they could put a little pressure on and try to bury something in the back.
Right, so it was like the whole thing moved further west too. What they originally planned. Now they're saying they don't know. They just don't talk about it. After the last 2.
So now Philly
Moves far enough west.
looks like they just want to come in and draw, and if it's a tough shot, got to bite the button to get a point. So that's what they're looking at. That's not easy. And here is the Philly skip, who I believe Jason is taking 4th rock duties here, skipping duties for this final. And he is
around the other side of the stone. I thought you were going to do a takeout.
Sweepers are on it there on sheet B. I think it needs to wait. And it's coming in, it's coming in. It's going to be a little deep. So it looks like Ardsley's going to steal 1 on sheet B. Let's go back to the
probably thinks you'll have a better chance of telling her.
Experience.
Well,
Now it is
You're not her
she's also
father.
likely to listen.
it's an underappreciated art form in curling is the ability for sweepers to judge the weight and know when and when not to sweep. And it's impressive when it's seen done very well.
You around?
So let's go make sure our stream is still healthy. Looks still healthy. Oh, we got a couple new viewers. Feel free to chat. Assuming I see in the chat. If you have any questions,
I am gone
we
on
will
Saturday.
check that as much as we can.
Right, curling and then.
So team's playing at a good pace this morning. It's good to see.
So, yes, St. Patrick's Day this weekend.
So after 3 ends, we've got Norfolk 1 is 3 and Norfolk 2 is 2.
Okay.
Philly 3, Ardsley 2, and Nutmeg 2, 3. This is confusing. We're going to have to give them fancier names next year. So Nutmeg 2 is 3 and Nutmeg 1 is 2 after 3 ends.
There's somebody who's been growing.
You don't have anything planned
His
tomorrow?
pants.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'll be there.
Okay. Then we'll tell the kids after this.
Okay, so trying to loop the ambient noise.
We don't have too many left.
Doing our best.
Oh, and while I have you guys, the 24th is 2 Saturdays.
They can't come. We're leaving.
We have
Okay, so where are we going to switch?
That's
sweeping clinics.
so. Andre, Day is going to be away.
Is that at Norfolk?
Flying to Mexico that day.
So,
Do you want me to plug it for the Norfolk people already listening?
The one of them?
So maybe I'll.
Dean Gemmels holding his brushing clinic. We've done that here a couple times. It's been very good. Our club members really like it. So
We did it last year.
yeah.
Well, it's he and I are tag teaming. His curling.
So let's cut to this is sheet C, the overhead of the near end in the 4th end here. Nutmeg 1 is red and they are sitting 1.
What time? I'm working on more detail. What time is good? Mine is like 10 to 3.
And this draw coming in from
So,
like Sean.
so does that mean I won't have my adult thing that day, or will I have my part of that?
Nice draw by Sean. Back of the forefoot.
Push it back in the afternoon. And or postpone it. Okay. I don't know what they decide. So I'll let everybody know. Details. There's a good chance that the kids will have their own private sessions. Yeah, I don't like sweeping.
So, yeah, I just need to work out.
Well, I was
I wanted to do that too. So I just need to figure out what I do the rest of the time.
That's sweet.
You can bring it back.
Oh,
Oh, no.
just a little bit too much. All right.
So that was Sean.
Close them.
Yep.
Tap, just
Still open enough. Trooper gone in.
and this would be Yusuf. And is that going to tick the red off? We'll see. Going to tick the red a little. It's going to come in. Maybe sit on that yellow in the back. Okay. Well,
Lucky. That worked out.
now that's red's got 3 in the house. Looks like they're only counting one for the moment. Yeah, that yellow looks like it's out counting. That yellow's partially buried by the guard, but be a tough hit to get to. Oh, we got a man down on A. Patrick took a little bit of a knee, but he's okay. Let's go over to A. That looks like a fun house shaping up too. This is sheet A, the near end and the fourth end, nutmeg versus nutmeg.
Whoops.
And Patrick, Libby on nutmeg 2, without hammer, is just going to come in and hit that out of the back. He's going to have his vice come in there and throw a bit of a takeout. Sweepers are on it.
I didn't think it was going to go that.
Yeah, it does.
And
That was Tobin?
Yeah.
he does get past the guard.
Yeah.
And nice shot by Zach P. over there. Just skinnies the guard. Sitting one for sure in the back of the house, but Jackson's would like to make quick work of it, so he's going to ask his vice, Laura, to come in and do the same thing.
Yes. Oh.
Sorry.
Sweeping it, it's right on the button.
When we build our second level, that's where we'll put the broadcasting booth.
Perfect.
All right, so Laura comes in and she actually throws a tap and, runs the red back, but does clear out that other red. So yellow nutmeg 1 with hammer has 3 in the house, partially buried, but you can get there to that red. So Patrick's got to figure out whether he wants to come in and draw in or guard. It looks like, well, with that broom, that could be a hit on that yellow, or he could be just trying to draw in. We'll wait and see what Zach P., his vice, throws. That looks, actually, looks like it's a hit. And the sweepers are on it. And here it comes in, and he got it. All right, so Zach P. makes that hit, and now they're sitting 2.
All right. Open. I love the animation. Right here, right?
Oh, that all happened very quick. Jackson called the hit, and Laura threw it all very quick. Sweepers are on it for a bit, but now they're off. And it looks like she's going to get the inside and get the roll. Oh, very nice shot by Laura Katz over on sheet A. Gets the roll. Now Patrick's got to come up with something. He likes the draw, it looks like. They're talking. Second, Michael Tonko's in the discussion too. He made a couple good choices in the last end for him. So let's do a quick jump to sheet C. So we got a fun house over here too. So this is, we are down to skipped rocks for Norfolk 2. I have to come down and looks like get that redstone out of there. On sheet A, Patrick's draw came a little bit heavy, so just went through. Jackson, actually it looks like he might be going for the hit, trying to sit 3. Or I'm sorry, sit 4 if he makes the hit. If he gets that red out, I'll show you. So if he comes in, oh, but that looks more like draw weight, so he's not going to clear the red out, and he might lose his yellow if he goes for hit weight inward. He's just going to try to come in and sit another one right on top of there. Of his own, and so that'll leave him sitting 2 at least with a pretty tough for Patrick to remove it. We're going to go back to C here as the shot from Thea comes in. And it's going to tick the red. Tobin sweeping. And he does sweep it enough so that it's yellow is counting. Yellow looks like 1-2 maybe, but I can't see. Yeah, it looks like yellow is 1-2 from this angle. And Rachel likes the draw. Jackson shot over on sheet C. Patrick's on it. It's a little deep, so it's not going to outcount. So let's see what Patrick decides to do here with his last stone. He's just going to draw right on top of that. He's not going to give Jackson another chance to make that same shot. So he's going to try to cover the pin with his own, with the backing, and try to steal one. Back to Rachel's shot. She's trying to draw behind.
Look how much that curled. That moved.
She didn't have enough ice to begin with.
Right there. What you got?
Did that pick by any chance?
I don't know if it picked or what.
It moved a lot at the end.
It did move a lot, man.
All right. So Patrick shot over on sheet A, goes a little wide as well. Actually, just and now Jackson's gonna try to draw for 2.
Nice to see you.
Rachel.
Rachel.
With,
With Dylan. We live in North Carolina. I think she's 7 for Carolina.
Maybe.
I think it's gonna be a lot.
Shots coming in from Thea over on sheet C,
So I went from 1
and the sweepers are on it. Looks like it's not gonna make it, but looks like Norfolk 2 is going to take 2 with hammer here. I'll let the vices count it up for sure.
It's that farthest one.
This is tournament.
Oh, they're going to look at that third rock, though. Looks like it's red, but
I am.
and looks like they've made the decision, and they're clearing the rocks. Let's go to sheet B, see what we got. So right now it's 3-2 Philly. Philly has hammer, and they are going to. They're sitting 1. The red stone in the back is Philly's, and this is the Philly skip's first rock, and he's going to try to draw.
crunch time.
That's it. Much.
And it looks like it's going to tap their own up. So yellow, Ardsley now sitting 1 without hammer, and this is going to be their skip's last throw. So let's see what Ardsley decides to do here. Wasting no time, going for the gird.
Coaching out there. Armchair curlers. Yeah, you're right. You're only 100% for an armchair, right?
And sticking with sheet B here as they're down to skips rocks. Here comes the guard that Ardsley's looking for.
But
A little light. They're gonna sweepers are on it. Sweepers are on it, and it looks like that they get it over the hog there. So it is gonna be a guard. I think they would have wanted that on the other side of the center line, but that's still a good spot because it is gonna leave a force for Philly to just try to draw in for their one, and they're gonna have to. They don't have to bite, but they're gonna have to get pretty close to the button to score. So tough shot. Stream's still looking healthy. And here comes the skip for Philly. But I think it's Jason who's skipping this game for them. Trying to get that one, trying to bite the button. And it's a pretty solid hit weight, actually. It's gonna. So that shot taps a yellow in, so Ardsley is going to steal two on that one to go up 4-3 after two. Back over on sheet C. We'll go to the far houses right now. Back over on in the fifth end on sheets A and C. Andrew West made a couple nice draws into the house. And one got tapped out by the lead for Norfolk 1. But they are sitting one red. This will just tap that one red out, actually. That's not a bad shot.
There you go.
That'll clear out that one. Over on sheet A, Nutmeg all tied up at 3. Going into the fifth. It's a 2-end game here for them. And not going to bite. That looks like that's going to be out of play. And we can't see that top house from here, but looks like Nutmeg 1 is counting 1 with Nutmeg 2 having 2 in the house.
Yeah, go ahead.
I always forget to
All right. The fifth end's here shaping up. Okay, so we're going to go look at the overhead on sheet C because that's what we get. And we've got one yellow right now. And Samantha Barbagallo with her second shot. And looks like it's going to tap and split this yellow. Everybody watching it?
Oh. You're used to leaving early.
I guess that's a light bulb.
So Thea West is going to call Tobin to come in and draw around. Try to put another yellow in the house right now.
Yes. You can always tell the score last. Oh, yeah. Whoever scored last is the other team. Even if they had it.
So this looks like a pretty nice draw by Tobin. It might be a little heavy. I think it's going to stick around. That's a very nice draw.
Who's that?
That's a very nice draw. So yellow is sitting 2 now. Rachel likes just hitting this red out of the way, running it back or just moving it so they can have a shot at the rings. And they're off. Yusuf's shot is on its way. Sweepers are on it. And so that clears the way of the guard. That's, now you've got an open shot. So that's not a bad result right there. But Thea's going to have Tobin put the guard back up. It looks pretty good from here as it slides along. It might be a little heavy. Sweepers are just kind of letting it go. Yep. All right. So it pushes the other one a little further onto the button, but now let's see what Rachel. Oh, Rachel's just gonna call the same shot for Yusuf here. Just another big hit. Come in and get in there, and I think they got a sweep. His last one curled a bunch. Yeah, this one's gonna move a lot too. But he'll get a bump, and all right, so.
Wow.
That's what she called, right?
Yeah.
Worked out. Look at the face.
The expression from Yusuf was, "I'll take it."
Yeah.
All right, so now they're deciding what to do. One is yellow is still 1. So like Thea's trying to figure out what to do here with her. That's a tough port. We'll switch to the far end so you can get a better look. They're talking about going through that port right there. That's a tough port from this angle.
They would be pretty excited.
It's there. The weight would have to be pretty spot on. 'Cause it can't be too heavy or it'll hang, and it can't be too light or it'll crash. So while they're talking, let's go over to. We'll just look over here on sheet A where Nutmeg and Nutmeg are playing, and who's got hammer? Nutmeg 2 has hammer, and they are currently sitting. Oh, they're not sitting. Nutmeg 1 is sitting 1-2, and I'm gonna go see what they're doing. I gotta ask one of their dads.
Weather.
So what's the shot here? Is it a draw or is he going for that hit?
I think he's throwing a guard.
I think he's throwing
The guard, right? Okay. So Jackson's gonna, this is his first rock without hammer. Gonna try to guard his shot rock in the back. They're actually sitting 1-2. It's guard weight. Yeah, this is gonna be nice. Nope.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Alright, so that's the guard. So now that's guard in their 1, so Patrick's gonna have to draw around it, I think. And he is. Not sure that's enough room for a draw, but we'll see.
I love it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's right down there on the ice. Swimming. I love it. I mean, I love it.
So that's too hot, but it's.
It was just.
Alright, so back over on sheet C, we are down to the second skip rock for, last skip rock for Norfolk 2. They are currently sitting 1. Might just want to guard their point, see if they can steal here.
Maybe should throw the light in the guard. Uh-oh. Shoved it.
Yeah. They've got some sort of system whereby.
That shouldn't be a problem. Well, no. Yeah, I suppose.
So Rachel,
This way, you'd rather just draw in.
it looked like Rachel is going to try to hit and roll off her own and sit 2, maybe? No, she wouldn't be 2 because I think that yellow is out counting. The second yellow is out counting the second red, so.
That's what she
Tap up that red.
Or no, she. Oh, I don't know. There you go.
Oh!
Whoops.
Just nicked the guard. And that looks like it'll be 1 yellow.
Get the hammer in the end.
B, coming back. Let's get a look at B, where Philly is sitting 1 with hammer. All right? Yes, Philly is sitting 1 with hammer. And they're going to try to either guard or put another one in the house.
We'll be able to take to one right now.
Sweepers want to go, but they're going to wait. Want to let it curl a little bit more. Get to that yellow. And a little more, and it is just gonna slide by. So close. So now Ardsley's last rock, I assume. Yeah, it looks like that's where the broom is going. They're gonna just try to guard their shot rock. Or maybe they're going for the hit. They want to get the nose hit on that red there. Because they are not shot rock.
Or the
Sanders?
the skip seems to be.
Yeah. Tobin's throwing it low.
And that draw is going to just come a little bit heavy, so Philly's gonna, looks like they're just gonna try that draw again, just come down to that yellow and sit 2.
Just keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah.
To be successful.
Houston.
They don't want to change too much of their.
No.
I gotta crane my head
Put it behind.
This is Andrew's last one.
So that one is off. A little heavier than that one, but just got to come over enough. And that one's going to roll off, and looks like yellow is going to steal 2. So Ardsley steals 2. After 5, it is 6-3. Ardsley coming back in the 6th. Let's go to the full scoreboards here. We've got Nutmeg 1 up 5-3 in the 6th. Ardsley up 6-3 in the 6th, and Norfolk 2 up 5-3 in the 6th. So some close games here. We're going to come down to the wire in these last ends. Sheet A, Nutmeg 2 needs 2 points here just to tie. They've already got 1 in the house, pretty well guarded. So their lead, Jake, looks like he made his shot, so that's good. They can sweep it around that corner guard. That'll be nice. So weep, and just gonna bump it, but guards are good. So and further guarding that rock. So Jackson over on sheet A here is going to call for the draw down. It's not a lot of room for a draw to it. So we'll see. Jackson indicating he might have been a little narrow as well, so we'll see what happens. And that will put a second one in for red. And guards are there, so we'll see.
Want a drink? You open up the bar for you.
Okay. So we've rock from the nutmeg second coming in is a little heavy, and it's gonna move 2 rocks out. So looks like that one's still not over the line. So Jackson's gonna call for a draw. Try to bury in there. So, I'm gonna sneak out to the wide view so you can get a look at all the sheets here. Norfolk 2 has one pretty well buried.
Really?
And we've got on sheet 2 here, it looks like Philly's just going to take this yellow out, try to sit 1-2. They have hammer and they need 3 to tie it up.
Would have been the day you might have known.
So Tobin shot, going to try to guard or draw.
Fire department for a while, so.
That one's out wide, so that's definitely going to slow down out when you get out to the outside there.
Yeah.
And that one does come back over here on sheet.
He also joined Goshen.
We'll show you over on sheet A.
Yeah, because
Guard does. It looks like it might have bumped the other one. So still yellow, still guarded. And Rachel's gonna ask Yusuf here to just draw and sit on that yellow in the back. She's gonna try to find a way to score 2. So some emphatic sweep calls by the warm room. Back on sheet A, where we got nutmeg, nutmeg. Nutmeg 2 needs to get 2 points with hammer here. And that is going to hurt. That shot taps in one of Nutmeg's 1 stones shot rock, and they're a little buried. So we'll see. Jackson, I think he's just going to throw up another guard. Take that away, so.
Take the red.
Rick on sheet C looks like she's trying to think of how to draw in. Over on sheet B. Philly needing 3. They're sitting 1 now after that tap, but yellow Ardsley's got a bunch of stones at the top of the house kind of in their way. Jackson threw a hit. Not sure. Over on sheet A, Jackson went for the hit, and it went through, so now Patrick looks like he's going to come in for the hit. That's a tough hit to make.
Stones.
Oh, we've got a few more viewers. Hello. We are in the sixth end of our fourth, fifth, and sixth event finals. Right now we're looking at the overhead on sheet A. This is nutmeg versus nutmeg. And Patrick Libby, the skip for nutmeg 2's first shot with red. They need, and this could work out okay. All right, so now they're two. They got 2 in the house, but they need 2 to tie, but nutmeg is still 1. So Jackson is just going to, I think, draw. And if he's light and guards it, I think he's okay with that. Because that's a tough shot for Patrick to get to. So.
How are you?
We'll go back to sheet C here and see how Norfolk versus Norfolk is doing. Norfolk 1 is red, and they need 2 to tie it up with hammer. And
Oh, nice job there. Get across the line, guys. Get it across the line.
the skip for Norfolk 2, Thea West, throws her guard.
Oh, that fills a hole.
And
Really crowded in there.
he's melting the ice, so he should get up.
She'll take the edge off.
Looks like we had a spill over on sheet A, but he's okay.
Got
Now there's conversation.
not a big hole to go through there.
So back on sheet A here. Nutmeg. Jackson's just trying to figure out what to do with his last shot. He's going to guard. I think that's a lot of broom. So it's a guard, or he's maybe just sits 1-2
She might be starting to wait.
with nutmeg 2 red needing to get 2 points. If he puts another one biting the 8-foot out on the side, it would pretty much make it, unless leaves him a double, which is, like I said, that yellow stuff to get to anyway now. So. And Jackson's shot is coming in, and he is actually.
Oh yeah. I've got an inside track.
And so nutmeg 2 is sitting. So nutmeg is sitting 1. Yellow is sitting 1-3, and nutmeg 2 is sitting 2-4. So if Patrick Libby here with his skip rock is able to take out that stone and stick around in the 8-foot, he will tie it and send it to a nutmeg knockout.
Not with that ice. Need more than one.
It's a little crowded. The skip and vice for the other nutmeg team are kind of in the back of the house. They should, and there's another. They should kind of be over on the side. This needs to come back some, and it is not. So it will be 1 yellow, which means nutmeg 1 will take that game. Handshakes over on A. Back on C. Still got 1 yellow. Extremely well buried.
See if we can get them to eat before we leave.
Quite a few guards. That's going to be tough for Rachel to get to without some fancy multiple run back. Cut to sheet B. where this is Philly's second vice rock. They have hammer. They need to score 3, so they're looking at that one. And Thea is trying to guard that tap because she thinks that's the only shot that Rachel might have.
It's really late, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not.
So we're going to take a look on C here. It looks like Rachel with her first rock is going
He's going to draw in for one tie.
to try to run that red back maybe.
She's 2 to tie. It's 2 to tie, isn't it? That's going to be a little. Yeah. Well, that means they did each win 1.
That's good.
That's good.
Yep.
Throw it really hard and see what happens.
Probably would have.
The rock just disconnected.
And sheet A coming off the ice. 2 nutmeg teams. Rachel's first skip stone is underway. Oh, no. This is the actually hammer. So that looks like a 1 yellow for nutmeg 2, and they will win the second matchup between these two teams. I think second.
So Rachel won Friday night.
And let's go see how sheet B is going to end up here. Philly is down to, this is their first skip stone.
That's great.
So each team went 1 and 3.
And
Rachel.
is call going to be a draw here? Looks like the broom, but it's a little tight for a straight draw, but maybe it's a tap. We're going to
3 of our players.
We're going to see.
Last minute. Chester. Sub at the last minute. Oh, there we go. I had him play lead. Yeah.
Right on.
Yep.
You all right? So we got some handshakes here on C. Good game for the Norfolk teams. Philly now trying to, still rocks in play, so there's possibility here. Check out a wider view here. Sheet C coming off now. Great job by those teams. Big smile on Thea's face. Big smile on Thea's face.
Do you play any more games or is that it? That's okay though. It was your last one.
All right, so we're down to last rock for Philly. They're going to have to put something up here. I mean, it looks like if they can run that red back just off nose, double those two yellows out, and keep their shooter inside of, biting the 8-foot or just close to the 8-foot to outcount that other yellow. I think the shots there, it's very, very difficult, but I think even if they nose it, it might be okay. So they'd have to nose it with some pretty good weight, though. And the skip is off. Sweepers are on it. Sweepers are on it.
Here it comes.
Oh, they're going to get their one, so. That'll be one red for Phillies, so good shot to finish on. And that is our 4th, 5th, and 6th events. We will be back on in about 45 minutes for the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd event finals. See you then.